I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're diving into a powerful story of faith and healing. Written by a terrific author. Her name is Susan Salganek, and she has written a wonderful book. It is called Touched by Truth. This moving novel follows Linda, a Jewish woman haunted by childhood trauma, as an unexpected crisis sparks her search for the true identity of God. Along the way, she discovers the transformative power of truth, not only to heal her own life, but to touch and uplift those she loves. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing this amazing book. The links are below the interview. And be sure to download the Spotlight Network TV app streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Susan, great to see you here today on Spotlight. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much. This is such a thrill to be here,
It's a
really.
thrill to have you on the show. You've done a great job. I hear it's your birthday, so I'm going to wish you
Yes.
a happy birthday off the bat. And I'm glad I got to spend the day with you, at least in part, to celebrate this wonderful day and to celebrate this wonderful book. Give us a little bit about the inspiration to write it.
Well, I became a Messianic Jew in 2001, and I was always searching for God. I grew up in a secular Jewish household, and I wanted to be closer to God. I really didn't know that much. Most Jewish people in the United States are cultural Jews, but they don't really know that much about the Bible or their background, because they're a people and a religion, and somehow sometimes it gets separated.
Yeah.
So I I just love writing, and I originally wrote a screenplay, which we're working on now as a film, and God told me to write the book. So I wrote the book, and I wanted Jewish people and all believers to know about how God can transform your life for the better if you'll only notice, first of all, that He's already there,
Mhm.
and He's already in your life. But a lot of people don't notice.
Yeah.
And so He can heal your wounds. He can forgive others. He can give help you be more loving.
Mhm.
And I wanted Jewish people to know that they can believe in Jesus and still be Jewish and hold on to their heritage, practice Judaism. And that's what Messianic Judaism does. It allows Jews and Gentiles to be together in a Jewish context. And Yeshua, we call him Yeshua, his Hebrew name, Jesus, is in the Old Testament. It's just that most people, Jewish people, don't know that.
Mhm.
So they don't have to choose. They can have both their heritage and Jesus. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to show through a relatable story how this woman finds out about God, the identity, the true identity of God, and how it changes her life, and her family can still be Jewish and the people around her. And I want other Jewish people to know this.
Wonderful, wonderful. Fascinating concept, a very, very interesting book, of course, that's very well executed. Tell me about the film that you hope to turn this into. You're working on the screenplay now?
Well, the screenplay has been completed, actually.
Okay.
And we have a local production company here in Atlanta, Tomorrow Pictures, and they're working on a pitch deck for investors now to raise the money for it. So I'm very excited because I love film.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, well, who wouldn't want to see your book come to life on the big screen? That'd be wonderful. And it is such a compelling story. Tell us about Linda in the book. Is she somebody you know, somebody you invented, people that you borrowed a little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit of yourself? Tell us about her.
um, it's all the above.
Yeah.
Part of her is me, part of her is other people, part of the events in there are true, and then
Mm.
other events are fiction, and it's all together. And it's sort of evolved over a period of time. And I wanted to show that, you can be vulnerable and searching, and you can find answers if you just look to God, if you
Mm.
look up
Yeah.
and reach out, and that God can give you all that you need, that He is everything.
Mm.
And and that when bad things happen, they can also lead to good things. I think people don't realize that. So that's
Yeah.
another point in the book.
Well, in the book, Linda is healing from past trauma. Tell us about that part
Yes.
of the story.
She's healing from her abuse, her childhood sexual abuse.
Mm.
And 1 out of 4 women have been sexually abused or abused in some way. And yeah, so she's healing from that. She's also healing from a toxic relationship that she's in that's not really good for her.
Mm.
And, and she's frustrated with her life in a lot of ways. And she's trying to find meaning, more
Mm.
meaning.
Yeah.
We're all searching for that
What was
purpose.
it like for you coming from a secular Jewish family, embracing Jesus? Did you get pushback from your own family? Any resistance? Tell us about that.
Great question.
Thank you.
um, I I I guess both. Um, my mom became a believer when she was 87, which was
Hmm.
sort of a miracle.
Yeah.
And but my family is all over the place. They're all
Mm.
over the place. So some of them, they don't understand it. It's hard to understand because Jews were not raised to believe in
Mhm.
him. And plus of all anti-Semitism and past
Mhm.
historical events that have happened, the Holocaust and even before that. So we're raised to put up a wall about Jesus, a
Mhm.
wall. And so it's hard. It's hard for people. And so some of my family understands and some of them don't. And you know what? It's an individual thing in the end. In the end,
Yeah,
it's you and God.
exactly.
And yeah, so
And whether or not Jesus is the Son of God, I believe he is, you believe he is, almost in one part is irrelevant because he was such a wonderful person as well. I mean, his philosophy is indisputably wonderful, right? Whether you believe
yes.
in him as a son of God or not, his philosophy is beautiful, right?
Yes, it is. And people don't realize that he is very loving. He's very loving and he's merciful.
Yeah.
He's merciful and he teaches us forgiveness. And that's the one thing, it's in the book a lot, where she has to forgive these other people that hurt her along the way. She has to forgive them. And if we could forgive more,
Yeah.
wow, what would the world be like? You know?
Exactly. If we learn to turn the other cheek, it would be a
Yeah.
very, very wonderful world indeed. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the wonderful traditions of a secular Jewish life, which includes wonderful foods, great holidays like Rosh Hashanah, and you also get Christmas, right?
Well, I don't celebrate
You
Christmas.
don't celebrate Christmas, okay?
The reason that I don't is because uh, I want Jewish people
Mhm.
to embrace Messianic Judaism, and if they hear about Christmas, they won't. A lot of them won't do it because they think they're becoming Christian. And
Mhm.
I consider people that are Christian like my cousins. They're
Right,
my cousins.
right.
But I'm a Messianic Jew, and I keep my Jewish heritage. So I
Wonderful.
have to be careful about all that because I teach about how to talk to Jewish people. I teach. That's one of the things I do. I have a ministry, Tell My People. And that's where all of this came out of. And it's on the website, touchbytruth.com. If you go to touchbytruth.com, it tells you all about the film, the book, and the ministry, and asks you to,
Wonderful.
become a sponsor if possible. Yeah. It's
Wonderful.
pretty
That's
involved, but I love
Well, that's
it.
it's all fascinating stuff. It's all new for me. I've heard about the group Jews for Jesus, but that's different than
It
being a
is different.
Messianic Jew. And it's fascinating. Touchbytruth.com. Absolutely go to the website, check it out, learn more about the book there, I presume, as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. Are you working on any new books right now? Tell me a little bit about your writing career.
Well, I am working on another novel that's also teaching people about. It's also about a Jewish woman who and it's about her finding about Jesus and all the same way, but it's a completely different story.
Mhm.
Completely different. This time she's married. Linda's single. It's her single experience. This one is her married experience, and it's about marriage and fidelity and infidelity and how it can destroy you and how you can redeem yourself. It's
Wonderful.
heavy, but
Well,
it's
it
good.
sounds great. And we're looking forward to that book as well. This book we've been focusing on today is called Touched by Truth. It is a moving novel that follows Linda, a Jewish woman haunted by childhood trauma, as an unexpected crisis sparks her search for the true identity of God. Along the way, she discovers the transformative power of truth, not only to heal her own life, but to touch and uplift those she loves. Susan, thank you so much for joining us here today on your birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed it.
I
You
enjoyed
take
having
care.
you on the show. Happy birthday. And who's
May
that
God bless
beautiful?
you.
God bless you as well. Now, you got a beautiful dog behind you. I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce your dog.
Oh, yeah, this is Milo.
Milo's a cutie. Milo's been a good boy the whole time. There he is. What a beautiful dog.
I
Well, we're
love
glad we had
animals.
you both on the show. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.
Thank you.